join us as a fool in King Lear, And I said, you mean in English? Yeah, I was like, oh my god. On stage, the live, not filming, no retake. But the producer said to me, you are an actor before you are Japanese. I very enjoyed about that character because he's so special in the samurai history, in samurai culture. He was so special because he doesn't want fight. He doesn't want to kill somebody, and he loves peaceful life with his daughter, and also he want to be a farmer, and he knows the future. The samurai period will the end nearly. He knows that, so he doesn't want to fight. So after 5, he went back his house straight, and but other samurai going to the drink or something, but he never done. He has very modern thought, I think, very close to modern people. His feeling is very special at the time, So that's why it was so fresh for me and for the audience too, I think. Not stereotype of samurai, not stereotype of samurai film, I love Seibei. I was a child actor, and then when I was 5 years old, I scouted for the child actor school, and I've got the audition, and when I was 5 years old, I've got the role for the son of Yakuza. So my first film was Yakuza film. And then I continued acting, but I stopped at once when I was 10 years old, And at that time, I watched a lot of film from US and Europe, And then I thought, I should go back to the screen in the future. So I started training for some martial arts and sword fighting and sing and dance because I wanted to do everything on my own on the stage, in the film, So I started training. So I've learned sword fighting for about 30 years. Yeah. I've done Hamlet in Japanese language. Before that, I've done Romeo and Hamlet, and we performed at the Barbican Theatre in London. At that time, the producer and the Nigel Hawthorne, he was a leading actor for the King Lear, and they saw our show, and right after the show ending, they came to our dressing room and they said, join us as a fool in King Lear, And I said, you mean in English? Yeah, I was like, oh my god, because it was my first experience for speaking English in front of the audience on the stage, the live, not filming, no retake, So I was so nervous before I decided to join them. But the producer said to me, you are an actor before you are Japanese. And then I had a gong. Ding, we should try. I should try, So yeah, it was a great experience for me, and that experience taught me, how interesting and how important the mixing culture is. Of course, it was so hard, but if we can sharing each culture and experience and mixing together and makes something new style, it's a great thing. So that's why I tried to find the next international project. If I didn't have the experience in the Royal Shakespeare Company with Nigel Hawthorne, maybe I couldn't join to the Last Samurai. I was so scared, maybe. So everything is linked. My first film was a Yakuza film, and at that time, Mr. Sonny Chiba was my father, And then we continued the relationship, and he made the action club. So when I was 13 years old, I joined them, and then I've learned stunts and action and fighting for about 16 years. Yeah. I've done a lot of samurai films, so sometimes I'm doing the kind of choreographer, Sometimes I wrote the continuity and choreographed for the film or on stage, But this time we had choreographer and a real sword master and director and me. Yeah, the 4 people discussing each movement for make more real fighting, more authentic fighting, Because sometimes in a samurai film in Japan, too much stylized, just only the form looks like dance and not real. But this time we wanted to create the real, authentic fighting. So we discussed a lot how to kill him and how to cut. So, everything, each movement we discussed for make more authentic. And I very enjoyed about that kind of job because the action needs the good story and good character, and I wanted to create the fighting as if you can see the subtitles of each character's mind, So that kind of job is very creative, challenge. Sometimes I arranged for other actors, and taught them and rehearsed together. We spent a lot of time because 2 of them were beginner of the fighting, So I taught them and rehearsing together many times, and changed the choreograph for each person. So it was a great collaboration on the set.